Morning, everybody. There we go. All right. Morning, Martin, Gene, Chris, and Mona. It's snowing pretty hard out right now, so I was also pretty busy up until about half an hour ago. Hey, Lorena. Hey, Luann. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Mary. I gotta get my cup of coffee. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right. Hey, Tony, Becky, Rebecca, Marie, Vicky, hey, Mom, Sherry, Mona, Lisa, Elaine, hey, Wendy, Ann, Timothy, Eric, hey, Grandma Belle. John, I think we might do some sledding tomorrow. Hey, Amy, Boker Tov, Lisa, hey, Marita. The snow's still coming down right now, so bringing out my phone and it probably didn't seem like the best idea. Mona and Lisa are here. And look who else is here. Aww. Now, tomorrow's going to be very cold. I've moved my Apple Store appointment to tomorrow. So I gotta be out anyway, you know. Morning, Tina in Seattle. Hey, Octavio. Hey, Lucian. Give it a couple minutes for everybody to log on. It is a work-from-home day today. The snow coming down pretty good. Lost car keys and glasses. Oh. I once lost glasses in the ocean. Yep, snow day. Anything can happen. Morning, Susan. Yeah, Miles. Hey, you want to come up again? Yeah. Morning, Barbara. Good morning, Susan.
That's what you call a powerhouse coder. Yeah, Earl Father Hines carries on presents Leroy Harris to sing Teacher's Pet.
Hey, Ashley. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Jeffrey. Morning, Nancy. We still couldn't find Miles' toy till like middle of the night last night. I mean, not that he doesn't have many toys, but there's the one, the cat chaser that he's just such a huge fan of. And you get to play with it a bit right after we're done here. Uh-oh. Priya's knocking things over here. Priya has discovered the joys of knocking things down. Oh, Miles. I'll give it just a minute before we get into today's mural of the day. There's a work-from-home edition. There's one that I might get to cover the current incarnation of in a couple of months. Yeah, Priya is hanging... Yeah, Priya's hanging over on the couch right now. Hey, Roy. Miles, what if that had been full? What if that had been a full can of LaCroix? Maybe you've been knocking stuff down just as much as Priya has. Could that be? Hey, Dad. All right. This is Earl Father Hines coming to you live from the Grand Terrace Ballroom on Chicago's Great South Side back in the 30s, which is now a beauty store, but it's still there. All right, and that actually has some of the murals itself. So, all right, welcome along, everybody. I'm Adam Seltzer from Mysterious Chicago Tours. Today I'm working from home. Usually I'm out in the field every Monday morning. We do Mural Monday. But today, it's snowing pretty good. I haven't shoveled my car out yet, and I've been busy writing up a proposal for big Johann Hawk projects. And speaking of, yesterday during the post-show, I was trying to find this graphic that ran in the Chicago American charting a month in the life of Johann Hawk. We'll put it right there. I was able to find it today. So 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, Hawk. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, Hawk. 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 o'clock, Hawk. They're going to Hawk around the clock tonight. Jan 25th, rents bedroom of Mrs. Kimmerl. Jan 25th, Hawk offers to get dinner for the landlady. Jan 30th, Mrs. Kimmerl identifies Hawk from newspaper picture. Jan 25, Hawk offers to help with the dishes. Jan 26, proposes marriage. Jan 30, Hawk at station admits his identity. Jan 30, Mrs. Kimmerl reports her discovery to the police. This is all out of order. Jan 30, O'Neill, how do you do, Mr. Hawk? They approached him in the stage and said, how do you do, Mr. Hawk? And Hawk said, I'm fine. But I'm not Hawk. I don't know who you mean. All right. All right. Once again, the rock out with your hawk out, or there's only one way to hawk t-shirts. I just kind of put up the rock out ones as a joke, but they're tremendously outselling that there's only one way to hawk so far. So... But all right, everybody, we always cover murals. Today we are going to cover one that was at Rockefeller Center in New York. This is a place that I take a lot of school groups. There's a really convenient food court down in the basement. That's about as far as we ever get unless we go to Top of the Rock, the observation deck, which honestly is a much better setup than we've got at like the Sears Tower. They've got some cool rooms there. There's a lot of good photo opportunities. You don't really see that at the Sears. Hancock's gotten a lot better. Hancock is honestly my preferred skyscraper location for Chicago. By far, honestly. I mean, you gotta go to the Sears just for the bragging rights. But it's a much better setup and much shorter lines over at the Hancock. Rockefeller Center also, it's a lot shorter, a lot easier to get in and out of than the Empire State Building. But there's just something about the Empire State, you know. I've never been up the new one. So, what we're going to cover today is this. The mural that was initially commissioned by Diego Rivera in the early 1930s to be in the space right when you first walk in. Now, when you first walk into Rockefeller Center today, this is what you see. You see the guy at the desk over there, down at the information desk, telling people where to go to the food court, and telling me, sorry, Lenwich isn't there anymore, so I can't get a good Lenny's sandwich. But initially, Diego Rivera was tasked with painting this. Now, this was his original sketch. He came up with a big thing. It would show the progressive workers. Would have a soldier and a worker and an executive all shaking hands. There would be the classical world, the modern world, man at the crossroads, man in progress. Kind of a generic-looking mural, really, but it's a very nice, pleasant little sketch. But what he ended up drawing was this, which was not quite completed yet when a newspaper article came out accusing it of being communist propaganda. Which it wasn't exactly. In fact, Diego Rivera had gotten a lot of crap from all of his various hard left friends. He said, why are you even working for Mr. Rockefeller? So when criticism came out that it was too communist, he decided to troll it a little bit and include a very large portrait here of Vladimir Lenin, which you can see right there. This is in contrast to over here. We've got John D. Rockefeller, whose daughter Edith is over at Graceland Cemetery. He's in this little thing drinking a martini while hanging out with the poker players and the what was referred to at the time as the harlots. This is the mural was called Man Controller of the Universe. Now, the Rockefeller family was, of course, rather mad about this. Well, also, what you ended up with was two sides of the mural. There's the side depicting communism, which shows a decapitated head, a statue, and if you look down at the bottom, the workers are sitting on its head, and they're all being nice and peaceful. They're growing flowers. Whereas on the other side, the capitalism side, the statue is still up and wearing a cross, kind of bizarrely, but also there's weapons of World War I up above, science, naked baby, cat looking at the naked baby's butt. So the Rockefeller family was rather upset by this. Now they came to Diego Rivera and said, "Come on, you got to take Lenin out of there." And he absolutely refused. He said he was willing to put in John Brown or Abraham Lincoln or Harriet Beecher Stowe or something to contrast, but absolutely would not take out Vladimir Lenin. So eventually Mr. Rockefeller decided to just pay him off and get rid of the mural. All that survives of it today, what we're seeing here, this is a recreation of the mural that Rivera did months later for an art museum in Mexico City, where it still stands today. The original, what survives of it, is just this photograph. He kind of knew. Now, he had worked it out. He wasn't painting it on canvas. He was painting it directly on wet plaster, which meant that it really couldn't be removed unless you actually went in and chiseled it out. But that's what they did. They went in and chiseled it out. They locked Rivera out of the building, paid him his $7,000. He cleared about $7,000, they say, which is still pretty good money. 1930s money, that's a good over $100,000 today. But here's a picture of Rivera with the photograph of it. He knew that they were going to be getting rid of this thing, so he at least managed to have it photographed, or as it stood at the time. And the folks over at Rockefeller Center replaced it with this, which honestly fits in. It's kind of got that Art Deco vibe that fits in pretty well with the rest of Rockefeller Center. But it lacks the color. Now, can't necessarily fault the Rockefellers for this. They were paying for it. It was a work-for-hire kind of gig. But you also kind of have to admire Rivera for so utterly trolling them with this. Let's see if I can position this as such that I put my own head on the statue. I think I can. Make it a bit bigger. There we go. There are some Rivera over in Detroit today. Cindy, I'll have to check that out. I don't make it to Detroit too often. Every now and then, though. So, all right, everybody. That was a quick Mural Monday for today, it being a work-at-home kind of day. Tomorrow we just may be conquering Mount Trashmore. Just maybe. We'll see how the weather is like. We're going to have some very low temperatures over the next couple of days, not to mention all of the snow, but I like the winter. The cold never bothered me anyway. So everybody, once again, thanks for joining me. Don't forget the Cafe Press T-shirts are still available. There's only one way to Hawk. Johann Hawk was the presentation on Thursday night. He's been my big research project of the year so far. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of this stuff yet. Maybe another book, maybe another podcast. There's only been one book about him, and there's mistakes on every page. So, but this guy, he's just, as mustachioed multi-murderers go, he's a lot more fun than H.H. Holmes. Just being such a goofball at home. So everybody, thanks a lot for joining me. I'm Adam Seltzer for Mysterious Chicago Tours. We'll be back with another morning mini tour tomorrow. Thursday night is Architecture of Mysterious Chicago, a full-length tour coming to you live from one of the buildings that appears on the tour. Lots of great stuff coming up, as there always is. I'll just be sitting in my window seat, finishing off copy edits on the Graceland Cemetery book for the rest of the day, enjoying the snow as it falls. Until then, everybody, stay safe, stay warm, stay dry, and if at all possible, stay spooky, everybody. Have a great day.